Hey everybody, Conscious Medium Brandon Ross. How are you guys today? Let's talk about the cardinal signs here with the Hunter's Moon, with the Aries full moon. Thank you very much, everybody. As you know, those of you that are fans of this channel, you know I approach things a little bit differently. I've got a sense of humor, and I don't mind putting my face on camera, which is something that I noticed. Now, there's a lot of great tarot readers out there. You're fantastic. Maybe you don't have the setup or the scenario or whatever, but being a Leo rising, I have no problem putting my face out there. Anyways, guys, listen, this is what we're going to take a look at today. We're going to take a look at how the cardinal signs are going to be affected by this full moon in Aries, also known as the Hunter's Moon. Now, it's the Hunter's Moon because this is the last great hunt before the animals start to hibernate. So that's why it's part of the reason why it's called the Hunter's Moon. By the way, great song by Ghost. Get some if you can. It's actually a song about how things that keep coming up from your past keep coming back to you, and you keep getting an opportunity to build a relationship with it or let it go. I mean, yes, it's about somebody that dies when they're young, and then they haunt the girl for the rest of their lives, but that's not really how you have to spin it, right? Hope you get my sense of humor with that as we bring in our bright light. Hold on a second. And do a little smudge action here. Ooh, full blaze. Look at that. Setting the place on fire. Should probably update my insurance. Anyways, we're going to bring in our bright light. We're going to ask our guys to connect with one another as we ask for the messages to come through that we hope to receive. And we do this work in light, love, and laughter so we can become the best version of ourselves in all the work we are meant to do. This is going out to all the cardinal signs, the Aries, Capricorn, Libra, and Cancer. Now, what is it to be a cardinal sign? Well, it's about being, well, kind of large and in charge. You're the initiator. You're the one that gets out there. You're the one that kind of grabs hold of things and makes it happen. I look like I'm like a... Why do half of my readings turn into Monty Python skits? Why is that? It's just a small blaze. Now, if you show up with marshmallows to a smudge fest, then you know somebody loves the smudge. But anyways, back on the cardinal signs. There are three divisions. There are the fixed signs, there are the muted signs, there are the cardinal signs. Right in this reading, we're going to talk about the cardinal signs. Now, the full moon, typically, full moons are about renewal. It's the end of the beginning of the lunar cycle, right? So it's about release. It's about letting things go, new beginnings, all that fun stuff. Write it down, light it on fire, and then release it, right? That's kind of one way to really kind of view and look at that. I'm just going to get that out of the way so it's not completely in the way. I'm going to talk about my cards here in a second, but here's the dynamic here to it, people. You have to understand that cardinal signs are very important to the flow of energy. Being fixed, being muted, being cardinal are important to the flow of energy. It's kind of a specialty tool. Well, cardinals are traditionally known for their initiation. The ones that just walk in and say, you know what, let's just kind of make this stuff happen. You might not necessarily finish all the time. But there you go. But this way, in these types of readings, know that we're going to represent the fire, the earth, the air, the water, in that order. Not one is bigger or better than the other. Not one of them is a little more shinier or a little more cardinal than the next. It's just Aries takes on the fire connected to the initiation. Capricorn, the earth, to the initiation. Libra, to the initiation, the air and the initiation. Cancerian energy to the water in the initiation. Kind of fun, right? This also displays itself with a full moon when it comes to being aggressive with letting things go and starting things new. So cardinal signs with a new moon, with a full moon rather, you're going to be very much about making sure that this is a great time for you to dive in, start things, and get things going. Let's see how much of a pace setter we can get with this. Also, I want to thank one of my new supporters here on the channel. I'm not going to move that out of the way. No, kind of move it like that. It's a big, giant chessboard, Brandon. It's one of my golden healers that I got from one of my new friends at the Crown Crystals. If you click on the link below, follow through it, use my code, you're going to get 10% off. It's the best I can do right now. It'll get better. But then also get some really high-quality crystals. I've gotten a couple of shipments from it. I'm going to actually be doing an unboxing here shortly. I really wanted a partner that gave good quality crystals. Having had a crystal shop, the idea of like building a whole crystal shop behind the scenes here and shipping it out and all that other stuff, daunting, just daunting. I don't care how many good people you have with you. It's just a lot of work. This is the next best thing for me. Great quality stuff. Check them out. If you work with crystals, and you should, they're a great supplier for this. So today, in today's reading, we're going to obviously, use our Merkaba table. Nobody else does this. Nobody else has this table. I do. You know why? Because I'm a Leo rising. Go see the Leo stuff. You'll understand. Oh, and then you'll see why it is I use it in Creative Ventures, Pisces. So anyways, but here, in the Merkaba table, we have it spread out over the 4. We're going to be using the Gilded Tarot, an old favorite. Not going to lie, the Sierra Marchetti. And by the way, everybody's using it now. A year and a half ago when I started doing these, everybody's like, what is that deck? That's so beautiful. Now it's everywhere. By the way, you want your own deck? Click on the link below. Along with the Secret Language of Animals. Part of the reason why here in this Aries full moon, Aries ruler from the Archangel world is Ariel. Ariel is the master of the animal kingdom domain. It's about nature, about nurture, about bringing it all together. So I really felt the need to work with the animal deck here in this. It's a beautiful deck. You're going to see it here at least 4 times. Yeah, and by the way, some of you are still laughing about that. Was it spirit? Oh, no, it's asthma. I'm starting to realize I'm actually coming down with a cold. Like, what is that? And I'm not swabbing anything. I'm like, no, I have a good, honest to goodness cold. Like, ta-da. Anyways, so as I said before, we've obviously brought in our bright light. We're protected with our time. We're going to bring in Archangel Michael and all the other archangels and guides that are connected to us here. I just get the feeling that this tone is going to be about initiation. The Hunter's Moon is about taking the initiative so you don't go cold. It's about taking the initiative so you don't go hungry. It's about recognizing the idea that, you know what? You are self-sufficient. Boom. All right, here we go. What do we need to know about this? We're going to do this for the, we're going to take each sign at a time. We're going to talk about Aries. First of all, Aries, what about the energy of this? Hello. Right out of the gate, we got ourselves some fixed energy here, everybody. The Wheel of Fortune. And by the way, those of you that have been wondering what is on the tarot, here it is, right here, Wheel of Fortune. This is fixed energy. It is the Leo. It is Scorpio. It is Aquarius right there in the center. This is about destiny. Then we got 6 of Pentacles. You're taking care of some things at home. You're taking care of some balance. You're not going to be in a position anymore, Aries, to be like, oh, what the hell? Why am I doing this? You know how I know this? Because when we look into the not-too-distant past, we got the sun in reverse. By the way, reverses are wild in this one, everybody. In the not-too-past future, not-too-distant past, whole bunch of words, just use them all together. The sun is in reverse, so maybe you weren't so happy, Aries. Maybe you weren't so happy. Then comes out the 8 of Cups, also in reverse. Now, the 8 of Cups is one of those, like, heartbreak cards of, like, intuition or being let down or whatever the case may be. I'm going to tell you this, though. I'm going heavy animal with this one. I feel like there's 2 animals with this one, Aries. Aries, it is your moon. All bets are off. I have a standard. I have a way to kind of do this, right? Move that right there. Oh, look at that little piece of selenite. You don't really need to see my name. There we go. Put it up here. Negative space. Right, Aries? By the way, I reserve the right to change. I reserve the right to make mistakes and grow from each one of them so I can become the best version of myself. Sometimes I do it right in the middle of a reading. Isn't that amazing? All right, here we go. The Blue Whale. I've seen this one before. This is about unity, resonance, magnificence, and mastery. Look at how beautiful these cards are. By the way, click down below to get your own deck. It's about you finding your inner divine beauty. It's about you figuring out who you are. Remember when I said, Aries, first house, this is kind of a rock star, status for you. You're figuring out who you are. You really are. All right, now let's take a look at the mind, the body, and the spiritual path here. Oh, Tower. Ooh, somebody messed with your head. By the way, Tower card is not always a bad card. It's really not a bad card ever. There's no such thing as a bad card. However, there is a shake your shit up card, and the Tower card is a shake your shit up. And then I get the 8 of Pentacles. Maybe you're feeling like a lack of security here. Aries. Maybe you're feeling like, you know what? I feel a little Eeyore with you right now. I feel like you're kind of like, no, yeah, I guess I'm okay. Everybody's all right. I can't do impressions right now because it's sitting right in the back of my throat. Vitamin C, zinc, I'll be okay. I'll get a full 10 tonight. I have that deep, husky, smoky voice. Just like Kathleen Turner. Secret language of animals. Oh, you big gentle thing. You're being reminded to just take care of this. You're in your head. By the way, this is probably much worse than what you think, Aries. Sun, moon, rising. 10th house, wherever you want to place your Aries. You know, this great panda here is about gentleness, innocence, harmony, balance. Make sure you do a good mental check where your head is at. Right? You got to dive in here, guys. You got to dive in. You're not happy. Some of this could be in your head. By the way, you feel like you've got a lot of losses and you're trying to learn from them again. Let's take a look at your body. Oh, yeah. You love yourself. Come on, Aries. Sun, moon, rising. You love yourself. I just love myself. That's what I do. I love myself. Rock on, Aries. Rock on, because you're in balance, too. Wow, another balance card right here. I'm a shuffling. I'm a moving. Truth be told, I actually dropped these Gilded Tarot in between takes here. So you're kind of in balance here. You're in balance, not imbalance. So mentally, you're like, oh, kind of like up here in the grill, right? You're kind of sort of up here in the grill. But you know what? Physically, you kind of got the tools. Oh, the elephant. Honor, empathy, responsibility, and cooperation. You know, I got to tell you, if you're a good partner to somebody, this is a great time to connect with them. Maybe it's connecting with your kids. 7, it's a 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. It's divine energy. I'm taking a look at the great panda. Oh, I got to go back to this head check here. It's an 11. Little sprinkles of spiritual connection. Come on, dog. Come on, Aries. Be the ram. On the spiritual journey, we're taking a look at this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. Large and in charge. You're all about making the right decision, and you're not letting emotion get the best of you, which could be part of the problem why you feel like you're in a tower moment over here. Right? Could be the reason why you kind of feel a little Eeyore-ish. 7 of Wands. All right, I'm going to talk about this for a second. You spiritually been a little beat up. You're ready to fight. Been there, done that. You're like, I believe that the sky is blue. And then everybody's like, you think that's blue? And then you're like, well, it's my truth. And then they say, that's stupid. And then you say, oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to bet you anything that sky's blue no matter what, because that's what I believe in. Your spiritual path is not to be reckoned with. I'm pulling 2 more cards on this. There's a lot more to this with you, Aries. It's time to get your spiritual shit together, because here it comes. Page of Pentacles. This new idea coming in is practical. It's attainable. It's attainable. Where once upon a time you may have been in the past, maybe this challenge right here is what makes it so good. And guess what? I'm going to give you a solo cup card. Like in terms of who it is focused in on, the Ace of Cups is you and you alone, your great abundance and how it is that you're working. And then the Knight of Cups, which is, I have all this and I'm going to share. I'm going to give you what I can. I had to pull this one out of the fire for you, Aries. No pun intended. Fire sign. Get it? It's a fire sign. By the way, if I have to explain it to you, it's not funny anymore. Anywho. Let's go take a look at some animal stuff. Ha ha ha. Gaia. How about that, everybody? So here I am talking about Archangel Ariel. By the way, Ariel is the ruler of Gaia. You're being guided. Harmony, abundance, wholesome, and forgiveness. You know, I just read this thing, and by the way, it's a 10, it's a 1, so it's a new beginning. It's a renewal. Whew. I saw this thing the other day about how forgiveness is really for you, not them. I think that's kind of what this spread is saying right now. This is about you working for your greater good. This is for you working within your means. This is with you feeling confident. And by the way, I have to say this imposter syndrome thing that you got going on here, Aries, cut it out. Cut it out. Did I just go Dave Coulier on you? I think I did. You can be a martyr if you want to be, but you're not a wannabe, Aries. You're strong and independent. You're smart. You're funny. You get stuff done. You're a cardinal sign. You're going to go out there and get it done. It's about you having, and by the way, it's money. It's money. Listen, I can give you the kumbaya reading and tell you everything's going to be okay, and it will be. But it doesn't mean you don't get a couple of splinters when you're building the ark. Am I right, Noah? Great read. Great read. Aries, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, and by the way, guys, don't forget to put down your call signs. You know, I'm going to be doing things once a month where I do readings for general public, and your price of admission is putting in your call signs. Sun, moon, rising. That's what I mean by when I say call signs, right? So as you're sitting here watching Aries, and you're like, well, I have a vested interest in Aries. I have a vested interest in all the cardinal signs. Maybe you're waiting until the end for Cancer. You know, water signs, we take it on the chin every time. Yes, we do, we do. Yes, we do, we do. Yes, we do, we do. I think I sometimes am singing a song, and then I get worried that I'm going to get copywritten, and they're going to, like, block my video or claim it, and I won't make the 16 cents that I normally would have. By the way, at the rate that I'm going, the equipment will be paid for in 2076. So make sure you like and subscribe and maybe buy some crystals. That'll help. I'm just having a good time, guys. Sarcastic as a Pisces. All right, guys, let's take a look at our next one. Let's take a look at Cap. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Maybe you double down on it. Maybe you're a cusper. Maybe you just kind of love the idea that hard-ass energy comes easy by. You're a cardinal energy. You're initiator, Capricorn. You get stuff done, and you do it your way. There ain't nobody going to tell you what to do. Ain't nothing going to break your stride. Ain't nothing going to hold you down. No. You got to keep on moving. But let's be honest, Capricorn, you don't move fast for anybody. You know why? Because you don't have to. How great is that? My regards, Ray Liotta. Like 5 of you got that joke. 6 of you are watching, so I have a very smart audience here. All right, Capricorn, this is going to affect you. And one of the other things that I haven't mentioned yet is how the moon is going to be affected here in the full moon in Aries. Now, we actually have 3 events going on. We have the full moon, and then we have this opposition to Mars. Now, when Mars and the moon get in opposition of each other, it's like that mixed emotions. And like, am I here? And does she love me? And do they love me? And am I doing the right thing? And I'm emotional, and I just don't want to. Don't you want to fight for me? And you do stupid shit. I'm just going to tell you. Today's astrology, stupid shit. But with this in opposition, this full moon, the idea of release and Aries being like so assertive and going, bam, bam, bam. I cut you like a Ginsu. Along with this tethered opposition energy of Mars going, don't you want to do it this way? Don't you want to do it this way? And then you're like, I'm already doing it this way. And then Mars comes along and says, no, you didn't. And then the full moon's like, I just released. We'll go get it and release it again. You might be a little over your skis this time around, everybody. Everybody. Just not cardinal signs. Everybody. The other very interesting thing is that there is a trine going on with Mars to Pluto, who is squared with the moon. Pluto, will you please go direct? Which, by the way, it goes direct right before the full moon. Like the day before. It's kind of sexy, actually. Pluto's finally like, oh, I'm sorry, you wanted me to go the other way. Okay. But I'm really enjoying backing over people in Capricorn. Pluto is like, is basically that Keanu Reeves movie where they have to stay over 55 miles an hour. And no, Pluto, you don't gate Sandra Bullock in the end. Just telling you. Think about all of the people that Sandra Bullock doesn't have. Little drama queen? Think so. All right, Capricorn, here you go. So you've got all this energy going on with the full moon. Capricorn, you don't like to upset the apple cart. You're like, I just got to move ahead. By the way, Capricorn, have you ever noticed that you're really at your best when you're moving forward? When you rest, you feel a little guilty. And then you get to yourself to a certain point where you're like, why did I do all that for so long. Full moons. I'm telling you. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the center. You are practically perfect in every way, but unfortunately, it's in reverse. So you get the Nine of Pentacles. This is a very selfish card, but I want to say this to you. I think this has a lot to do with some cycles. We got some cycle breakage going on here. That's my sense. You guys saw me shuffle, right? 7 of Wands. You're done with defending the castle. You're like, I have to explain this to you. By the way, your release here in this is like, fuck, why am I even bothering explaining this to you? You know why? Because you have made some tough choices in the past. You really have. By the way, I can make up these readings as I go along. It's truly where this is. Hard work ahead. Why don't I just give you the Capricorn card right here? Actually, it's a Taurus card, but regardless. Got some earth energy right here. So you've got some wands, which really kind of represents a lot of your cardinal energy, the initiative. You're ready to defend what you believe in. You're a little upside down because maybe you haven't gotten the happiness that you've needed out of life. Maybe you got some yahoos sitting around with you. Maybe you got some nitpickers. Maybe you got a couple of people going, I want to hang out with crystals, and I want to get suspenders, and then I want to be a ballerina and a singer. And then they look at you and they're like, are those your Cheerios? Because I got to go. And then you're like, what are you doing to my Cheerios? And they're like, ha. And then you go, why are you doing this to me? And then they're like, yeah, you got any other dreams we can do this to? You deserve better, Capricorn. It's right here. You're making a choice for yourself. This is selfishness. And by the way, that doesn't mean that you're not together with somebody that doesn't believe in you. But what it does mean is that you're very much done with the behavior of people trying to get into your sunshine. Oh, yeah, here we go. Where eagles fly. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun. Eagle, vision, freedom, authority, inspiration. Capricorn, it's a new day. It's a new freaking day. Remember when I said to you guys, the tone of this with cardinal energy is moving you forward. That square in Pluto is saying, are you going to take your power or am I going to steal it? Here it is in a Capricorn reading, everybody. I love how spirit works. So the eagle is representative. By the way, if you see an eagle out there, Capricorn, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's take a look at the mind. You're going back to some basics. The High Priestess also talks about trying to do it the right way. Also talks about the ancient wisdom and the knowledge you know better. And you know what? This is a little bit in your head. Because here comes the 8 of Wands. Maybe you're a little too much in your head, Capricorn. This mental anguish stuff. And again, there's a reason why I'm only pulling 2 cards. I'm going to be doing more extended versions and cover the whole table. People are like, why don't you use the whole Merkaba table? Because I can't get a stand high enough. That's freaking why, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. I'm just answering one person right now. But it's coming. I'll get it. I reserve the right to change, learn from my mistakes, and get better. But I'm going to tell you where you're at here. You're about trusting your gut. Yeah, you are. Because the Timberwolf comes out. Guidance, belonging, order. Your mental well-being is about following your intuition. Your intuition ain't wrong. You got a 39, which is a 3. Go be smart. Go be funny. Go be the one that's initiating things, Capricorn. Large and take charge. Speaking of which, you are one sexy son of a gun, aren't you? The King of Cups comes out. Self-love is the basis of all love. Here's the thing I want you guys to recognize about King of Cups in this position for your body. You can get there. You want to go hiking? Go hiking. You want to go travel cross country? Go travel cross country. You want to just rest? You can rest. You don't got to do it all. Yeah, you're a wounded warrior. This body of yours is so beat up. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. And by the way, if your Capricorn's in a moon, you're emotionally feeling like, I'm worthy of it. And, oh, by the way, I feel really beat up. If it's your rising sign, you're recognizing that, you know what, I kind of got to take care of the equipment because I write checks my body can't cash. Just letting you know. Beautiful card placement here for you guys. Here we go. Oh, the baby koala, calm, perspective, imagination, and ease. This is, you're an Eagle song. I'm not going to sing the lyrics to Take It Easy because they will copyright this in a heartbeat. I miss Glenn Frey. I think that's what I'm trying to tell you. But the koala comes out to let you know to really just take it easy. Right? You're trying to lighten your load. You got 7 women on your mind. I mean, asking for a friend. But there's a dynamic here that's going to allow you to really just rest. Recognize, know you're tired, ready to move on. All right, guys, the spiritual journey is here. 5 of Wands. Would you want to fight with me? Excuse me. Are you a 6-figure man? The 5 of Wands comes out here. You're ready for conflict. So this could be a spiritual battle. This could be understanding where you want to go with things. This could be something where, you know, you feel like your interpretation of a spiritual journey has been that of, like, it's hard work for you. And by the way, as an earth sign, Capricorn, intuition is one of those things that sneaks up on you, bites you in the ass, and you're like, oh, yeah, I should have known better. Because then here comes the Empress. This is divine self-love, the feminine divine. Did I mention that you really have to work with some angels here on this one? Oh, yeah. Boom. How about this for your spiritual journey? Your spiritual path? Wild horses. Wild horses. I am waiting for the day where I get like a copyright ding. Wild, wild horses. So freedom, sensitivity, spirit, partnership. Maybe you're teaming up with somebody. Maybe you're becoming a spiritual badass, and your things are coming to light here. Maybe you're going to free yourself from all of this other stuff because you spiritually pay attention to what's going on. Capricorn, we love you. Go do it. You can do it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being part of my path here. Oh, by the way, if you've gotten this far and you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. Come on. Come on. Also, my Florida friends, I'm going to be on the road here. I'm going to start hitting the road here again, post-pandemic. Coast is clear. Travel arrangements are dicey. But we're here to enjoy. We're here to explore. I'm enjoying the journey. I love meeting people when I travel. I'm going to be down at Port St. Lucie, the middle of October. Click on the link below, everybody. Make sure you see it. Make sure you learn it. Make sure you come and see me. I'm doing a message circle. I'm at the Spirit Fest in Port St. Lucie on October 15 and 16. It's one of the mini vacations that I can take a year. And I will probably make 1,000 videos while I'm down there because that's what I'll do. That's what I do. I kind of like it. Libra. I should have like theme songs for each one of these. Libra. Trying to be in balance all the time, right? You're always kind of like, ugh. You know how I'm talking about being an initiator? Libra, you are an initiator, especially when it comes to doing the right thing. It's just the way it is. You're a justice seeker. Come on, you're the justice card. You are the skills, the balance, if you will. So Libra, sun, moon, rising. If you are a sun, moon, or rising in this, if you're a sun, obviously it's your nature for this reading with this full moon. It's in your nature to be like, do we need this? Get rid of it. So full moons are kind of exciting to Libras, right? As an ascending, you also have to kind of project the fact that you're leading with being able to let things go. As a moon, though, Libra moon, ooh, gets a little tricky. What do I keep? What do I see as my work? Where's my emotional balance in all of this? Head and heart. Oh, Libra. So this full moon now, with the opposition, so since you are a Venus girl or guy, when Mars makes an appearance to the full moon, you really feel beat up. It's going to be like one of the I don't trust anybody. It's not that I don't trust anybody. It's just I don't trust anybody right now. I hope to grow out of it someday and maybe grow and mature and get better socks and sandals and make a better fashion statement. Not that those things really actually matter to me because I really don't care what it is that you think. But I want to make better decisions down the road. But right now, during this full moon in opposition to Mars, I hate everybody and I will order an airstrike if you piss me off. See what the cards say, Libra. Libra. Like I say, so condescending. Let's see what the cards say, Libra. Smack dab in the middle. Yeah, you're coming from a place of pain. Unsatisfied nature. And by the way, the Three of Swords sometimes isn't necessarily like, oh, you have a broken heart 3 times. Blah, blah, blah. Simple read, right? Let's get it a little more complex. Are you ready? Maybe you're trying to avoid the pain. Maybe you've been trying to avoid it. So maybe you've been doing some maneuvers around that. You got a little destiny loving going on there. Hey, Libra. If you don't get any tonight, it's not Barry White's fault. So the pace setter on this is really about you don't want to get hurt, so this emotional thing. And listen, with this Aries moon, makes you aggressive. This Aries moon is getting you out of your comfort zone. You ain't aggressive. By the way, a lot of anxiety when it came to your relationships. What do they think of me? Are they talking about me behind my back? What's going on? You're also thinking to yourself, like, there's a little kink fetish here. Just going to let you know that, too. No, but at any rate, with the Nine of Swords, this actually kind of lets you know that there's an anxiety component to you in relationships. Let's just acknowledge it for now. Let's not go anywhere. Oh, yeah. We's got yous. Page of Pentacles upright. This is about a new solid offer coming in. Not necessarily a mature one, but really new. Really, really, really new. Beautiful timing for you. Beautiful timing. All right. Here we go. What do we got here in the center square? We've got the stick insect. Stillness, awareness, discernment, composure. Keep your cool, Libra. You know, you're also at a 42, which is a 6. This is about a new beginning. This is a little different for you. And not that you're known for your being impulsive, but every time you've made a mistake, it's been because you've been impulsive. This is your confessional. You can tell Brandon everything. I'm just going to tell you. This is a time to take a little bit of a chill pill. A little bit. Let's take a look at the mental stuff going on here. 10 of Swords in reverse. I'm going to tell you this is a pretty good card. Because I have a feeling I'm going to build a pretty good read out of this. Pardon me, guys. Libra. Maybe you are done with being the victim. Maybe you are done with being the one doing all the work. Maybe you are done with this. I mean, don't forget, this 2 of Cups is here. It's one of the soulmate cards. At a minimum, this karmatic venture. The 10 of Wands right side up is just this constant burden that you're like, why am I doing all the work? Guess what? Oh, yeah, you're breaking a cycle with this. The 9. Are we 2 10s? We 2 10s. That's an 11, everybody. The angels are among us. And you want to know why? I love this read. Because the air card comes out. Thoughts, alignment, breath, intention on your mental status. No more burden. Time to think in terms of abundance. And use all your tools, the tools that you have best. Look at that. Thought, alignment, breath, intention. Love it. You know, I haven't used these at all with any of these, but I'm going to do one of these. Thank you. Way to fade out. All right, let's take a look at the body here. Oh, yeah, you're like, I don't really care anymore. This could also mean a little bit, and again, kudos being a sword into the air signs here, but on the flip side of that, Queen of Swords is about shutting it down. You don't feel, you know, if you're a woman, maybe you're not really feeling like you're freshest. Did I just comment like that? Goal number 4, get banned from YouTube. So, the Queen of Swords would like to remind you to take care of those feminine needs. Now, it's more about you being able to say, if you have pains, if you have aches, if you have some like natural stuff going on with yourself physically, this is a time to be like, okay, emotionally, this is kicking your ass. It's also making you reassess how you approach things, right? I really hope you're partnered, guys, because this is where it is. King of Cups. You got to love yourself through this. Self-love is the basis of all love. You're badass, Libra, but you have got to remember that you've got to take care of yourself or you can't get anywhere. Out comes the shark, perception, focus, fear, and action. You got to take hold of your health. 9 card, about the end of a cycle. You've got some royalty here. The royalty comes out. Then the shark comes out, king of the ocean, top of the food chain. You're nothing but the top of the food chain here. The only thing that's slowing you down is that emotional value of the pain that you might be feeling physically. I'm feeling you here, Libra. And by the way, if you want to apply this to the emotions of the moon, maybe you're just like realizing that, you know what, you're done with getting played a little bit, right? The emotional value can come out of it. Let's take a look at the spiritual path. Oh, big change is coming. Big change is coming. How about the death card? Right? It's a reason why 13 has been villainized over the course of history. Thank you very much. And then you got a new venture coming in. You know, one of the other things about the spiritual path is also sometimes it's your career. I'm going to be doing some 10th house astrology here in the next couple of weeks. And this Fool card is really important for a new venture, for you to take a look at where you want to go and how you want to go about it. It's kind of freaking brilliant. It's great placement right here. Superb placement right here. Let's take a look at our animal love. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. How about a little butterfly action? Transformation, becoming, the lightness and the beauty. It's a 7, so it's got some divinity connected to it. I got to tell you, Libra, if there's a summary that I want to give you here, it's that you're worthy. You've got to stay out of your own head, and you've got to use the tools you've always had. You know, that air sign is come on, this air card is all about using the tools of your mental acuity. The shark is like, I know I shouldn't eat the pudding, but I'm going to just have a little bit and then show some restraint. Okay. And then this lotus butterfly, transformation. Come on. Back to the center square. Stillness, awareness, discernment. You just got to make good choices. I don't mean to talk to you like you're a 14-year-old grad student, but here we are, Doogie Howser. Got to make good choices. Do, 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 do. Today I learned that sometimes the greatest asset is to be able to understand oneself, draw boundaries, and become the best I could ever be. Doogie, time for bed. Okay, Mom. I only saved 5 people's lives today. That show's still out of whack for me. Scarred me forever. Also, my mom thought I could become a doctor. Anyways. Libra, this is you. What a great read for you. And listen, with this full moon, take advantage of it. You're a thinker. You're a thinker, air sign. You're a thinker. You're a thinker. You're definitely a thinker. And you know, one of the things that we often think about is our own happiness. The other thing that we often don't think about is how it affects other people. And Libra, you have put other people before yourself for a long time. It's time for you to just go, what about me? It isn't fair. No, I've had enough. You will not copyright me. Can't you see? I'm going to change the words so I will never give you copywriting experience. All right, guys, next up, I hope you guys stay tuned. Cancerian energy coming in. Oh, Lord, how did I do this? I'll put myself there. Oh, no, I don't want to cover the moneymaker. If I put it like right down here, it's like, oh, I'll just kind of peek my head up. As I talk about the Cancerian energy coming in. I reserve the right to change. I reserve the right to make it better. Learn as I go and correct myself. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I should have gone with. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. And by the way, if you haven't liked and subscribed, oh, one other thing. If you like how I'm talking about the tarot, take a look at my new tarot class coming up, where I take a look at the art and the science. I definitely talk a lot of astrology in this. I also talk about the meanings of the card and how they come together. Super fun. You get hands-on experience. We focus in on the Rider-Waite to learn from, but then you can grab onto other decks, such as the Gilded Tarot, which I'm using right now. Here for the Cancerian stuff with the full moon. Thank you, Cancerians, for coming in. Thank you for being patient. Us water signs got to hang out to the end. And right out of the gate, I'm sitting here shuffling shit out of these cards. Ooh, the Fool comes out. This is you. This is you with a little, water energy yourself here, although it typically represents Pisces. It's about perspective. It's about where you're supposed to go with this, right? Then you have this Fate card coming out. Wheel of Fortune again. That's why I laughed when I said I did shuffle these, right? So the Wheel of Fortune card comes out. This fixed energy right on top of it. Think that's pretty close getting out of the gate. It sure is. All right, let's take a look at the past here. Lovers in reverse. Maybe your choices haven't been so good. The Lovers is a choice card where the Devil is the not so choice card. So maybe you feel like you've been kind of embattled. Maybe you feel like you've been a little trapped. Right? Now we've got a Knight of Wands in reverse. You're going to move forward, but not necessarily in the direction you want to. Uh-oh. There's always one in every element. Here in the Cardinal, it's you, Cancer. Sorry, you're going to take this one on the chin. This is looking at you, looking at things that maybe you didn't necessarily think were the way that they were. Then the Wheel of Fortune comes in and says, yeah, this is the way it is. And then you look at the past where you're like, I'm happy hunky-dory and I'm making good choices. And then they're saying, yeah, no, you're not. You gotta reap what you sow here. Makes you go, Let's see if the animal energy will help us here. Orange blossom jellyfish. Transparency, sensitivity, surrender, and illumination. Shit's coming to light, kids. By the way, it's an 8. It's manifesting. Goes back to that Wheel of Fortune card. Have you been living a lie, Cancer? Well, the full moon ain't going to have it. The full moon ain't going to have it. It's just not going to have it. Right? By the way, Mars is in Gemini right now, which plays wicked havoc on you. So up is down and down is up, and it's going to be that way for a little bit, at least until the middle of next year. So hang on to your hooch. Did I just say hooch? All right, guys, let's take a look at the mind. Oh, we've got the King of Cups, but we're upside down. What is going on here? What is going on here? So mentally, maybe you got some stuff you haven't addressed. Maybe you're like, I think it's one way, but it's really another. Maybe it's you taking a look at this and saying, you know what? I really think that you might be selling yourself something. Here comes some change mentally. Here comes the Death card. And again, the Death is about change. You're going to, this whole reading so far is a giant tower moment, Cancer. Yeah, here we go. And the truth will set you free. The Masked Owl comes out. It's a messenger. Foresight, wisdom, insight. It's part of a bigger plan. Don't forget, the Wheel of Fortune is already out. Important stuff here. Let's take a look at the physical body. What is up with this? You haven't been taking care of yourself, Cancer. As I sit here and I hack into things. It's not asthma. It's actually cold now. Now, the Four of Swords upright is really a timing card. Right side down, it's like you've really not necessarily been taking care of yourself. It's been in a long time. Then you get the Seven of Wands. Now, Seven of Wands is this embattlement card. Maybe you're battling something. Being a Cancerian, maybe you're fighting something. I'm feeling for you here. I want to make sure you get there. Let's bring in some animal love. Your favorite, here comes the snakes. Python, discernment, detachment, transformation, and renewal. Something's got to change or you ain't going to be here. It's one thing when you kind of live beyond your means. This is flat out not taking care of yourself, Cancer. This is you needing to rest, needing to just reconcile this. Get a good night's sleep. Lay off the whatevers. Don't have the 4 cheeseburgers. Just have the one. One cheeseburger's not bad. Right? But here we are. The Python comes out. This is about change. And by the way, the Python does it in such a way, it wraps itself around you, and it makes you change whether you want to or not. Just telling you. Pulling a little bit of shaman knowledge. Are you kidding me? Cancer, I want this to go better for you. I really want to go out on a high note, and here I am with the Ten of Swords. You know, I'm gonna do a cover 3 on this at the end of it. Because the Ten of Swords comes out for your spiritual journey. Maybe you feel like you've been led astray. Maybe you feel like you've been brought down a path that you weren't supposed to go, but what do you do with all those swords? Dun, 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 dun. Here you go. Here I go. And turn into a white snake song. And I'm going to go down the only road I've ever known. Like a hobo, I was born to walk alone. The Knight of Swords comes out. Here's the saving grace in this entire reading. You're going to learn from everything you're doing. Learn from everything you're doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. You're going to learn to respect your path, the mountain gorilla, reverence, contemplation, community, and the inner calm. Why do I feel like this is like, it's a long time coming. Whatever this is, Cancer, you're gonna grab hold of this. I'm gonna do a set 3 here. I don't do this often. I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna go 3 cards right here because Cancer, you need some help here. You need some help. I'm gonna do 3 more cards right here. Let's call in Archangel Michael. Michael, how are you gonna help Cancer here? Whoo! I can do a couple of these a day, and I'm using one of them now. Right out of the gate, it's a new attitude. The Fool comes out. Hello. Hello, Fool. How much of a fool? Enough to change your ways. There's hope. I like that a lot. All right. Practically perfect in every way. I call this the Mary Poppins card. By the way, a very selfish card, by the way. You're in it for you. And that's the best reason why you should make any changes anyways, is to do it for you. You can do it. I'm really liking this, Cancer. I'm liking that I'm pulling these out right now. It's a little touch and go for the rest of the reading, but, my regards, George Harrison. Here comes the sun. Ba-ba-da-bum. Hey, because it's all right. And you know what? Here we go with a little earth energy. It's a 10. It's a renewal. The physical body, grounding, nurture, cultivate. Saving grace here. Call in your guides. Call in your angels. Call in your teachings. Get it together, Cancer. We care about you. We love you. We want to see what's best for you. We don't want to see you in pain. We don't want to, we don't want to see it. You're too good for this. Cancer pants. So if this is your sun, moon, rising, you got to pay attention to stuff with your health. And by the way, this could also reflect the idea that you've already been doing the work. And this full moon is going to be just something you put the marker to say, this is where I'm going to release those, this is where I'm going to shed those final 3 pounds. By the way, 3 pounds. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I may or may not have lost over 120 pounds over my life. The best part about losing 120 pounds was how I gained it in the first place. No, anyways, the best part about that was how I felt afterwards. I get a lot of this feel for you. Like, and it's not even like it's a karmic thing. It's just, it's a routine thing. The earth comes in because you got to go back to the basics, right? Maybe it is grounding yourself. Maybe it is hanging out with a Capricorn. Maybe it is hanging out with a Taurus. Maybe it's just sitting outside and putting your toes in the grass while you still can. All right, guys, listen. This has been the Hunter's Moon reading for October 2022 as we looked at the Aries full moon. I want to thank you guys for being a part of things here. Click on the links below. See, explore what I've got here. If you do buy anything, supports me in the channel, become a member. By the way, I didn't push this too much, but I've got a couple of things here where I have giveaways. This is my big giveaway here. It's a Libra bracelet and artisan work, smudge spray, flower of life, which I used in another reading. And then, of course, this Libra is another one, another giveaway as well. And, of course, I do a free reading a month with any of my, I choose somebody at random in my membership pool. And I say, congratulations, you have won the prize. And then you contact me, and then we do a reading, and I take a look at your astrological chart. And it's a lot of fun. You can join for as little as $7.99. But if you like the mentorship program, we get together on Mondays, starting next week, I think, where we talk about your business and your spiritual path. It's kind of tailored, where it's kind of a group discussion, but I will answer specific questions and give you tools in my toolkit to help you get to where it is that you need to go. All right, guys, let's give each other a heart tap to remind one another we care and love for each other. And to simply remind each other to keep going. All right, guys, see you again. Enjoy the Hunter's Moon.